So I'm gonna be honest. For one moment, I'm gonna be fucking honest as shit. I first was gonna be like, I don't like discussing this type of shit because this type of shit is, I don't know, because we talk about the aspect of relationship dynamics. But I mean, as much as I talk about that, we have to discuss this part of relationship dynamics. And this is a relationship that shouldn't have been had in the first place. I'm gonna start this off by saying prayers to the families involved. I watched a documentary on this dude, David. I first found out about him through the Band Lab, because I'm not gonna hold you, I'm into music too. And they was promoting him through Band Lab, right? He had a lot of sponsorships through Band Lab. What else? TikTok. He was showing his process of how he did his songs. And I'm thinking nothing of the songs and the lyrics. I'm thinking that he was just a creatively talented dude, which is cool, right? Like creative talents, all of that good shit. Whoop-de-whoop. But this evidence that's been put on him, it's damning. The evidence, it's damning. And people are saying that he's still on Discord playing Fortnite. Like, I'm about to watch this video, but I'm like, ain't no fucking way, dog. Ain't no fucking way, dog. Yeah, I watch something, but it's like, it's looking nasty, dog. It's looking nasty. Maury is I'ma link the description for the main video, but this looking nasty, bro. This looking nasty as hell. This is looking nasty as hell. But again, prayers to the families involved. I do not want to see I don't like seeing this type of shit. I'm not gonna hold you, I don't. But this is a part of dynamics between relationships. Again, this shouldn't have been a relationship that was had in the first place. I think that if we're gonna be all the way 100, the parents, this girl was 11, 12, 13. We don't know what age he met her or she met him, but she was moving like she was 30 years old. She was out and about. I remember it was family members that basically, in my family, that basically just ran off and dipped off. You know what I mean? Basically ran off and dipped off. And it was kind of like the case of what it was with our case. The guardians called the police, and the police was like, well, we don't know where she's at, and we'll look out for her, but that's all we can do, right? And it was a brother in the instance. The brother was like trying to say that he went to the police, and the police was like, we don't have any evidence for any harm or any wrongdoing in the matter between David and the young lady. And then, but wait, there's more. We're hearing shit like she was pregnant possibly, or she was possibly pregnant and wasn't able to go through with the pregnancy before she was, you know what I mean, off. And it's nasty, but we're gonna watch this real quick. And it's crazy to me because he put all the lyrics in his songs. He had her name in the songs. He had pictures with her. It's like, some people said that he's done it. He was so comfortable with doing this time that he's probably done it before. And I remember when I was watching the documentary, y'all can go back and watch it, but the parents, they seem as though they was proud but still confused on, I mean, which is understandable, right? Because your child is doing this, you know, email thing, and he's not like the regular kids. He's kind of different. He's kind of a little bit eclectic with his quote unquote style. You know, the painted nails, the, you know, stars on his face, the sticker stars on his face, the Hello Kitty, I mean, like, even with his interviews were more so, I would think that with his interviews and what he talked about life, he was more so in the LGBT community, right? And even with his interviews, he would discuss things that I would like, okay, you know, that's his thing. But it's like, my main thing is this. Even that's the case, I think that what we need to be focused on is the aspect of him clearly going for a young girl that was 11 years fucking old, bro. At the very least, she was 13, bro. Like, she just got into her teenage years, bro. Like, I don't even like messing with 19-year-olds because I don't even trust that shit. Because all I'm gonna say is this, man. Just be safe with your young ladies and young men, because it's a possibility that somebody's out there on their head, bro, and try to guide them the best way you can. I say that knowing that it was hard for me to even do that with my family, you know what I mean, to guide them, because they're gonna do what they're gonna want to do. But I think when it comes to guardians compared to brother, you know, siblings, when it comes to guardians, you have to be a guardian and not a friend. You know what I mean? Not treat them as a friend, because situations like this happens. This just blew up because he's so big right now. He went on tour with SZA. He has a song with Kylie Uchi. he's basically has sponsorships that's garnered him a lot of money, for lack of better words. Fuck the fame. People don't really know about him like a lot, but he's got a lot of placements. He's got a lot of songs with people. He's got a lot of sponsorships, and it's crazy work, man. But we gonna go into the video. We gonna go into the
Page girl. No, he would give him his number. He would.
saying her name, pictures, text messages.
But you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed.
If this isn't true, it's too fucking damning.
What we all just saw right there, it was basically
if this isn't true, it's too damning as far as the evidence that's built against this man, his case, that he didn't do it. First of all, you shouldn't have been involved with her. You shouldn't even known her. You shouldn't have been taking pictures with her. You shouldn't have possibly gotten her pregnant. Even if he did not do it, it still does not matter because you were involved with a woman, that keeps saying woman, but a young lady that was 11 to 13 years old. She's not even a young lady. She's a girl. She's a child, bruh. So going forward, guardians, I just keep going back to the guardians. The parents were involved and they did not care enough to be able to make sure that their daughter was safe, regardless of her feeling a way about them. Like, maybe she may not like us and maybe she may run away again. That's the part of being a guardian. It's not going to be easy all the time. That's why I don't have kids. Because it's not going to be easy all the time. It's going to be hard. They're not going to like you all the time. And I think that they said that David had money. David had a lot of security. David he could take care of here and he could take care of there. And clearly David, clearly. But again, I think that this goes with the aspect of culture. And I'm thinking that maybe they were okay with it, because I promise you, if it was a black family, and I say that, but we have families like R. Kelly, right? You know what I mean? Like, remember that whole situation with R. Kelly? I just say this. I don't know what it is, but that's just nasty work, bro. That's just nasty work. And it definitely does still do with cultures, because certain cultures, even within the same skin folk, they don't allow certain shit to be happen. You understand what I mean? So I guess it's just certain people. I'll just say that. Just to be safe, it's certain people that just don't allow certain shit like that to be, go down. Nothing like that is allowed to go down. It's nasty, man, but we gonna play. Sorry. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Video collage of a lot of the information, evidence, documents, and screenshots posted by various users over the internet, showcasing the relationship between David and his girlfriend, Celeste, who would have likely been between the ages of 12 to 14 during all these events. And in regards to the song where David is singing "Oh Celeste," the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, is still yet to be 100% confirmed whether or not he was talking about the girl found in the front of his Tesla trunk, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. But at this point, I mean, it's pretty much, with all the evidence we've seen, all the overwhelming amount of it, we can pretty much confirm at this point in time that not only was David in a relationship with this minor, but also the songs of which he's dropped. Songs like Romantic Homicide, or the one we just heard, Celeste, or even songs like One More Dance, where he sings "The heavier the snow, the heavier the weight." As you can hear here, after watching you go, he's clearly talking about Celeste here. I mean, it's actually all crazy in hindsight now, listening to all these lyrics. Although I never listened to any of this guy's songs. I probably heard them in the background, maybe commercials or the mall or the radio. But
what's even more, let's talk about this too. There was a little clip where Ludwig and Jason the Ween was discussing David, right? And he was like, Ludwig was like, I don't want to be an asshole. I was going to still listen to his music. Bruh, they're trying to cancel Jason the Ween for being cool with him, for being cool with Celeste. What about what Ludwig said? I'll show it, man. In fact, let's go to it, because it's ain't no way he got away with just saying that shit. Trap more raw, his ass. I want to make sure that I go to the right one. Give me.
Over the past few days, there's been so
Give me a minute. This is on Mizzy, but I want to go to the specific part where Jason and Wayne discussing it with Ludwig. Nothing about this shit. Look, he's gonna. There you go. This part right here.
Have you talked about the situation
with David?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He's not a murderer?
No.
Thank God, bro. Because I was still going to listen to his music. I was just worried that...
It's like he's saying it on stream. Like the girl, we don't even know what the fuck happened with the case, but it's just to say it on stream. It's like, it's tactless. It's not respecting the dead. It's like, and I get it. You don't have to. You don't have to, but it's like you on stream, my nigga. You don't care. Clearly. So it's like, bruh, when he said that, I was like, bruh, ain't no way he just said that.
With David?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He's not a murderer?
No.
Thank God, bro. Because I was still going to listen to his music.
I was still going to listen to his... Even if you are going to still listen, it's like, it's literally letting his fans know that it's not that big of a deal. You understand what I mean? Like, it's tactless. It's tactless. And I think that people are more mad at Jason the Ween, the dude beside him. It's like, y'all should give that same energy to Ludwig with that shit that he just said.
I was just worried that I'd be an asshole if I did.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches?
No. And I'm going to perform. We're going to perform on the 20th, me and David.
Now,
I just wanted to show that part, because that part right there, it left a bad taste in my mouth for sure, bro. Like, ain't no way he just said that on stream.
page girl, no, he would give him.
You can see here is the image. 2024 at 10:12 p.m. You can see hindsight now, like listening to all these lyrics. Although I never listened to any of this guy's songs. I probably heard them in the background, maybe commercials or the mall or the radio, but I really wasn't aware of who this guy was specifically. And now that I'm finding out all this information about this guy and the songs that he was making, in the context of him being in a relationship with a 13, 14, 15-year-old girl during those consecutive years is crazy, considering that most of these songs were probably made about specifically her. Here in an updated video on June 27, 2024 at 10:12 p.m. you can see somebody that looks like Celeste here caught on camera, and the caption says, "Can anyone tell me if the girl in the pink pants is Celeste?"
The girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes.
Not gonna lie, it does look like Celeste. Again, as you can see here is the image of Celeste back then. They said last seen April 5th, 2024, date of birth, obviously 2010, September 7th, height 5'3", 120, weight, current age 13. Last seen wearing gray pants and a black sweater, a hat, and Hello Kitty sandals. Ironically though, David himself appears to be obsessed with Hello Kitty, as posted by this Twitter user saying she left her house wearing Hello Kitty. He had Hello Kitty fetish. It's over. Here, as you can see in this image, they linked. Apparently these are the Hello Kitty sandals that she left her house in the last time she was seen. Here's a missing poster that was posted in Lake Elsinore, California. And here, as you can clearly see, this guy, he definitely is obsessed with Hello Kitty, right? He loves the whole aesthetic. He even has some type of custom-made Hello Kitty profile picture. Here, as you can see, I'm assuming he was in Shibuya.
All of the pictures, first of all, he using our name. All of the pictures that's basically being shown, it could be a woman that looks like Celeste. It could. But the fact that he's saying her name on songs, you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just looking damn. All the evidence against it is damning. It's damning. It's looking nasty. It's looking nasty.
Tokyo, in some type of hole-in-the-wall Hello Kitty store. Also, one thing I hadn't noticed was the fact that she allegedly took this photo with David. As you can see his hand right here, and this is his Hello Kitty keychain attached to his belt buckle. Here we have from one Twitter user who said, so she was pregnant, allegedly. This man is going to the deepest pits of hell. And here in these screenshots, somebody with a Hello Kitty profile picture, I believe, which may have been Celeste. They said, "I'm not in VC yet, you animals." David said, "I'll join the group chat with wifey and give you all the story time." He also said, "Me and deleted user," which I suppose was Celeste, as she may have deleted her account, said, "Me and deleted user," which we assume is Celeste, "got a kid on the way." So clearly this guy was out here in Discord channels, whether he was joking or not, toying with the fact that he would have a child with Celeste one day. He also said at the time, people our age just don't appreciate love at all. He also said, "Gore over corn. I used to be addicted to watching gore
and everything
vids.
Everything that he's saying, I've heard PDF people say, like, it's love. They truly believe that it's love. It's like some Romeo and Juliet. It's some Lemonades type of shit. they truly believe it's love. They truly believe that. Truly believe that. You know what I mean? And it's like, bruh, with love comes responsibility, dog. And I think that as you grow older, you start to realize that, because it's not just a feeling, it's actions. And with actions, there's also behaviors. You understand what I mean? So it's like, I truly believe that he thinks that this is love and people don't understand love. I think that he thinks that in his head, but this ain't that. And that ain't this. There's also a thing called liminence. I'm gonna look it up. And I think that we don't research these things. Is it liminant? Not love. Let me see. It's a word for it. Luminance. Limerence. There we go. Limerence, not love. So limerence. What is limerence? Mental state of being madly in love or intensely infatuated when reciprocation of the feeling is uncertain. This state is characterized by, it's a medical psychological term. The state is characterized by intrusive thoughts and idealization of the loved one, also called crystallization. Ain't that by the bitch, boy? Because I was in this state, and guess what the girl's name was? Crystal. I mean, don't clip that shit. It was not a girl. It was a grown woman. But Crystal, typical with a desire for reciprocation to form a relation, accompanied by a feeling of ecstasy and despair, depending on whether one's feelings seem to be reciprocated or not. Research on the biology of romantic love indicates that the early stage of intense romantic love, also called passionate love, it resembles addiction. What is he saying in this song? You understand what I mean? So again, I'm gonna talk to the young men. To the men, be safe with whom you give your love and make sure that it's actually love. Again, it's love is a feeling, but it's also action. It's also behaviors behind that act. You understand what I mean? And you have to be responsible with all of that shit. You have to be responsible with the time, the place, whom it is, whom you're giving your love to. Sometimes, yes, love be making us move stupid, be a man or woman, but that's stupid. That's dangerous. That's clearly a young girl, but somewhere in your mind, that limerence, you think that that's just passion. You think that's passion. This shit looks nasty, bruh. This shit looks nasty. Bruh. Cause it's like, I remember one time I had to like check a nigga trying to come for my young sister type shit. Like, what the fuck you on, bruh? Bruh, you about my age, trying to come for my sister. You about older than me. The fuck you on? Like, I was literally trying to say, bruh, not over here. Not over here. So it's like, again, be safe out there to the young folks. Be safe, because this shit look nasty. This shit look nasty, bruh.
Of course, so clearly he's an edgy boy. Here, as we can see, the top portion of Celeste's head, top of her face, covered by some type of expensive looking bag that David likely bought for her. And here, as we can see, this man was so messy, so flagrant with his activities, as if all of this was as if she was a fully grown legal adult woman that he was in a relationship with. I guess he just didn't care. Maybe he wanted to get caught, but here, as we can see, the same handbag on his couch that she was using to cover her face with. Unless this was his handbag, I don't know. Not that that matters. Here we have this one post from another user that said, David talking about Celeste being pregnant in a leaked song. I thought you said you didn't want no kids.
I never wanted to live how we live. I thought you said that you didn't want no kids. And then you lied in my face and say it is what it is. But it ain't.
So that's crazy. I mean, guys, feel free to air your opinions out while I'm actually reading this all out for you. I really want to know your comments. I mean, this entire case is just crazy. And the rumors and the speculation of which you guys are free to participate in, it's crazy all the new information basically I'm seeing coming out each day. I can't even really keep up with it all. And now, I mean, this is some damning evidence right here. Here we have actual footage of David and Celeste literally on Twitch stream. The poster said, though, before I show you guys the video, his whole entire chat knew he was a PDF file joking about Epstein files and in Epstein Islands. Even more evidence that the chat knows her name is Celeste, and you're telling me this has been kept a secret for 3+ years. Crying face emoji.
He trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
See, that was a crazy ass thing to even say on stream, because she knew that the relationship was wrong, and allegedly the entire chat knew. I mean, good God, this guy's a famous person. How many people may have been in this chat? I'm pretty sure friends, family members at least knew what was going on. They had an idea that she was in a relationship with some kind of famous millionaire guy. Like, how could you not? Your daughter's literally all over, based off of all the evidence I'm seeing, your daughter is all over the internet. Somebody would have contacted the mom or the dad and let them know that your daughter's out here in these streets with some 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
I'll say this, man. I know that there are young ladies and young men that are gonna move how they move. You know what I mean? Like, they dangerously moving like they grown. Listen, to the young people that do that type of shit, y'all gotta stop, because y'all will fuck up somebody's life. I've heard situations where they will lie about their age and they will lie just to get involved because they think they in love. Once again, limerence. Going back to the word limerence, they think that they're in love with the person that they're in limerence with. Because again, going back to the reciprocal nature or not. You remember what they said? It's whether reciprocated or not. And it builds into a passion. People don't talk about that shit, but the only way I was able to find that shit out was through therapy. Through therapy. I watch a lot of therapy therapists on YouTube, like actual doctors on YouTube that talk about that shit. And it was this black young doctor that talked about limerence. And I'm like, I've never heard this word before, but I've definitely had these type of feelings before. And again, limerence is sometimes mostly comes from a place of lack of understanding that person was loved as a child. Basically, bad childhood upbringing. You understand what I mean? It comes from a place of usually places where children are not given the attention the nurturing that they need. So they seek it, and they seek it in sometimes unhealthy ways, or it portrays in unhealthy actions or behaviors. And limerence is definitely one of those. Because again, whether it's reciprocal or not, it's just the act of thinking that they're in love when it's not. It's not. Because again, love is action, behavior, and it's responsibility. You have to be responsible with that shit. People think they just feelings, but it's like, I think that us as men, we are taught that it's responsibility. Love is responsibility. It's a task. It's a duty. You know what I mean? You can't just say somebody, because love don't pay the bills. Love don't pay the bills. So it's a responsibility. It's a task. It's a duty. So again, to the young folk, y'all think that y'all in love? Y'all can't be doing shit like this. I mean, you can, but it puts y'all in situations like this, dangerous situations. Because clearly, if your parents don't give a fuck, and we go back to the limerence aspect where parents are usually the fucking source of their limerence, source of the issue, where they feel as though I'm not going to get love from my dad or my mom, so I go out to the streets. Because I'm grown. I know how to take care of myself. No, you don't. So again, to all families involved, I hate that this happened to this young lady, this young girl. But again, I'm going to blame the parents. Because it's like, and it does not matter whether the parents were quote unquote, mom and dad in the house. How did they nurture their son or their daughter? You know what I mean? Nurture to let them know that you don't have to go to the streets. You got love right here, genuine love right here. Because what I'm hearing from the story is that girl kept running away from her fucking house multiple times. And I think the parents just gave up on it. They gave up and they thought that David was good. And even if he is quote unquote good, accidents happens every day, Accidents happen every day.
Singer, and they're just living it up. But I don't know if he was paying her parents off or what. As we all know that when clout and money is involved, a lot of people will look the other way.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
Well, clearly everything was not deleted, as we are now a year later into the future, looking at this footage caught in 4K, and even her face right here speaks. She knows that this entire relationship is highly unethical, very illegal, very immoral, and I just don't understand. Like, these two, respectfully, idiots didn't understand the logical conclusion of all this.
This
like,
is
here
crazy,
we have more
man.
footage posted by a TikToker by the name of Mia Marie, talking about him actually being seen in some type of TikTok footage cleaning Celeste's shoes.
Okay, so I checked out his burner account, and there's this video of him cleaning shoes, and there were like Hello Kitty shoes that he was cleaning also, but he's cleaning these pair of shoes right here. This is Celeste's profile picture on Facebook.
Bruh, in a whole fucking school bus too, bro. The
Oh my
same
God.
exact sneakers
I didn't even
that
think
she
about
has
that.
here.
Bruh, it's a fucking school bus. Oh my God.
Sitting or laying on some type of school bus seat is the same sneakers that he's cleaning here, which he probably bought these Jordans for her.
And we also don't talk about the aspect. Now, we're talking about it a lot more within a lot of these red pill spaces. They're talking about it in a sense of, we see a lot of young lady that will be in school. They don't talk about this shit. Will be in school and will have boyfriends outside of school. This is normal, but it's not normal. And it's not supposed to be normal. I remember when I was in high school. Yes, a lot of the young ladies that was 16, my age, and sometimes maybe 17, maybe 13, shit, even middle school, would have boyfriends outside of the school that were grown niggas. Grown niggas. It happens more than y'all think. It's not just the teachers y'all gotta be scared of or careful for. It's also the motherfuckers. As much as you see your young lady, or I'm not sure if it happens a lot with men, well, getting older women. I do see it. I did see it. Don't get it twisted. I did see my boys getting older women outside of the school, grown ass women. They would tell me the stories and everything. But I also seen a lot of the young ladies, it would be almost normalized because the niggas would come to school and pick their ass up from the bus stop. We were literally getting on the bus to go home. They was getting in the car with a regular, and everybody, well, all of the kids knew that wasn't her father. You see what I mean? Like it was normalized. So if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about the whole thing. You feel me? But again, yes, I think that when it comes to this type of behavior, I think that it does start with the upbringing in the household, bruh. Like, does that child know how dangerous that is? And if so, does she know that she can possibly be in a similar situation like this off of an accident? I'm not even gonna say that David actually allegedly, the girl, but even if it is an accident, you know what I mean? Like, this happens. So again, this is gonna open up a lot of conversation, because I think that what's diabolical about the most diabolical part is, to me personally, is that she was possibly pregnant. That's the most diabolical part. And not just that, because like I said before, this type of relationships happens a lot. It was happening when I was younger. It was happening when my mama was younger, and it keeps happening. It's not supposed to be normalized, but people don't talk about it enough to where they actually try to stop the shit. Because I don't think that they actually want to, or they actually care to be honest with you. That's just my personal opinion. I think that it's just outrage, and people want to be outraged at a certain part. Me, I'm just kind of like tripping off of the aspect that he got her pregnant, dog. What the fuck are you on, bruh? And then I'm also mad at the fact that the parents just kind of just like, you know what I mean? Every time I just think about my youngest sister, and I think about the aspects of her being in the situations like this because of her parenthood, knowing that she was in certain situations where she was calling us, and like, we be like, where you at? And she was like, I'm over at my friend's house. I'm like, Naya, where are you though? Like, where are you? And we trying to make sure that she's safe. And she's like, but like, you are doing too much. You're doing too much. Like, but no, we need to make sure you're safe just in case anything happens to you. We need to know where to go just in case anything does go wrong. Young people, be safe, dog. Especially if you have the privilege. It's a privilege to have family that care about you. Even if they get on your nerves, they still the ones that actually want to make sure that you're safe. So take heed to that. And I hate to be on my preacher shit, but it's like, I just really hate that nobody cared until it was too late. And that's what I'm thinking of when I do this type of shit, where nobody's going to care until it's too late. Until it's too late, because nobody's worried about the aspect of what could happen. They think that, well, it's been cool since then, so it's like, why are you tripping now? No, it's never been cool. I just didn't want to make you mad at me. Once again, making sure that she wasn't coming at me because I'm trying to be, worried about where she at. It's just the big brother shit. We're gonna keep going.
Seeing everything that he's been doing for her, buying her handbags, jewelry, bringing her backstage, acting as if everything is normal and peachy. And I mean, good God, the things this guy was reposting to his TikTok.
And women are taught that that's somehow an apology. That's somehow when they do bad, when their boyfriend or whoever does bad, they just buy them things, and that should make up. You know what I mean? Like, it's it's
stuff
taught.
like, babe,
it's
please
behaviors
don't
that's
trip.
taught.
But this guy and basically this is a meme where a boyfriend shoots his girlfriend for talking to another guy. Another one says, me watching her scream after I poured boiling water on her after she told a boy happy birthday because why you happy he made it another year. Wow, very edgy. Another one says, me if I see her talk with other dudes. And it's a screenshot of a video of somebody I don't know, cutting up meat. Very sane, I swear, very mentally healthy stuff here. Another one saying, me after hearing about her past with other boys. These are literal.
And meanwhile, he's on that emo shit too. So it's like, this was entertainment. This was content. Because all of this is on TikTok. This is on TikTok with all the kids. So this is content. So with that being said, if you actually do care, we're going to see what happens. But I think this is just more so just public outrage to the fact that this young lady, which rightfully so, this young lady was, you know what I mean? And we trying to figure out who did it. And it's looking nasty. David, bro, it's looking nasty.
Like, mind you, 13, 14-year-olds he's talking about. I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions. And I think this is a scene from American Psycho of him using a nail gun to shoot a woman in the back of her head, ultimately ending her life. So clearly this guy was not mentally.
American Psycho was a wild movie, okay? American Psycho was a wild movie. And yes, there are psychos in America. America.
Well, at all. A stupendous amount of red flags. Lots of signals indicating sociopathic behavior, narcissism, and attachment issues. Here's another one he posted.
Limerence. Limerence. I keep going back to limerence. The mental state of being madly in love or intensely infatuated when reciprocation of the feeling is uncertain. This state is characterized by intrusive thoughts, American Psycho, and idealization of the loved one, typically with a desire or reciprocation to form a relationship. This is accompanied by feelings of ecstasy. Ecstasy, he talks about it in his songs, or despair. He talks about it in his song, depending on whether one's feelings seem to be reciprocated or not. Research on biology of romantic love indicates that the early stage of intense romantic love resembles addiction. It's a thing and people don't talk about it enough, for real.
Saying, this is me and my future wife, and if you even care. Wow. Some other footage I've seen of apparently David pulling up to hit one of his shows with a funeral casket, using it as a prop.
This was
very
weird. I didn't know this
strange
part.
behavior.
I love you from the afterlife.
This is weird. This is weird, and I'm not gonna hold you. It's again evidence that's just not. It's not looking good, bruh. It's not looking good, bruh. It's not looking good, bruh. But this was content.
Mind you, I heard
And it
he
made
wrote the
him a
song
lot of
earlier
money,
this
I'm
year,
sure.
back in March, and she may have fully well been dead by that point.
That whole
given
time.
the state of decomposition. Law enforcement.
They said that her body was so decomposed they could not recognize the body. And people were saying that she was chopped up. I believe that her body was rotten so fucking much in that Tesla that her body literally could just, to the niggas that know, when you cook chicken in water and you just let it, because it was over the summer, you cook chicken in water, what does that meat do on the bone? You understand what I mean? It's
found
nasty,
her body
bruh.
to the point to where they initially thought she was chopped up, potentially. They used the term dismembered, but of course, through the natural decomposition of the human body over months,
it falls
especially
off.
wrapped in plastic, in the heat of a trunk in California,
It's
the
heat.
body will begin to naturally disintegrate, decompose, and body parts
Fall
will start
off.
to disconnect, which is very
Exactly.
horrifying. Trust me, this entire thing
This
is
is
making me very
crazy.
sad and depressed. Just hearing the things this man
This
was
is
talking about in his
crazy, bruh.
songs in regards to a whole child and a young girl who will never get to really grow up. And on top of that, him actually flaunting
That's what
the
I'm
fact
more
that
so-
he may have.
And it's a possibility that she was pregnant, but I'm like, people are saying that possibly it was before and she was a miscarriage. But it's like, if they find out that she was if she was actually pregnant and it's linked to him, they gon' put that death chair, dog. In California, I don't even know if they do the death penalty, but I think that he gonna be the
Allegedly
first case.
ended her life, saying things like,
He's gonna be one of the
I'll love you from
most
the
recent
afterlife.
cases.
Like, what does that really mean? What are we
Exactly.
supposed to think given all this context now? Here's one post I saw that said, wearing her bracelet, ? His picture was posted on his Instagram
It's just like, it's not looking.
from August 22nd,
It's not
2025.
looking-
She
it's
might have
like it's
already been
looking
dead at
nasty,
that
bruh.
point. And here's, we can see his hand with a bracelet, pink and white bracelet. As we know, he's obsessed with Hello Kitty. And in this next photo, it appears that Celeste had the same exact bracelet, pink and white, very identical
Like,
to
she's
the
a
one
little
that he has
girl,
around his
bruh.
wrist.
She's a
So
little
where did he get
girl,
that bracelet
dog.
from? Could this have been the same exact bracelet that Celeste was wearing here in this picture? Could she have been pregnant
It's
at
like
this
11
time? Could she have
12?
wanted
She
to keep
looks
the
like
baby?
11,
Could she
12-year-old,
have told
bruh.
him and said she wanted to go public with this, not knowing the implications and understanding that he would go to prison? I mean, good God, ladies and
Nothing
gentlemen, this
about this
entire
is-
case is very spooky, and it's very obvious the likely scenarios that took place. Unless, I don't know. Everybody has the right to fight their case in court, but at this point, I just see no way out for this
No
guy,
way
David,
out.
escaping at the very
No way
minimum
fucking
child abduction charges. However, feel free to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about all this new stuff that I just showed you. Also, sub to the channel, turn on noties. You guys are
This diabolical, bruh. This shit gonna be. All I'm gonna say is this, man. All I'm gonna say is this. Is this shit even going on? All right, yeah. All I'm gonna say is this. Y'all got to, as far as the young folks, be safe, man. Be safe and move responsible. Move responsible. Because you just never know what situation you may be in. You don't. Shit happens. Like, things happen. I don't believe that he actually wanted to kill the girl. I don't. I think it was probably an accident. That's with all the evidence being shown. I don't see any abuse. As far as physical abuse, maybe mental, but I don't see any physical abuse. So it could have been an accident, but it don't matter. They shouldn't have been involved in the first. The parents should have been involved. They were involved, but they kind of just gave up. It was situations where the family would call to see where she was at. She would tell them she was at old boys, and they would kind of be like, all right, as long as she's there. I've seen family members in my family do that. And it's like, I'm just, you know what I mean? But it's like, all I could do is be like, it is what it is. They say what it is, and they the adults. You know what I mean? So prayers to all the families involved. Take care of your loved ones, specifically your young children, bro. Take care of them. Love them. Let them know that ain't nobody gonna love you better. Ain't nobody gonna love you the way I do. Ain't nobody gonna care for you the way I do. Because when it comes down to it, when the young folks seek love from the streets to the guardians to the parents, don't be mad when they bring in, you know what I mean? Like when they bring in some shit from the streets. This shit is crazy, bro. That's all, man. That's it, man. And like that, we gon' bun K.